Talk about crypto because it is back up today as risk appetite is returning. How are crypto investors considering the impact of Fed rate hikes? Joining us now, Bitcoin Foundation Chairman Brock Pierce. Brock, good afternoon to you. Always good to see you. So how are Bitcoin investors anticipating the rate hikes? Because you've got a market that's up a little bit today, even though we know that we could get 3 or 4, maybe more hikes this year.
Well, rate hikes or anything that creates uncertainty in the financial markets tends to impact crypto in a positive way. You know, there's a big segment of the market that views this as a hedge, as an alternative asset class, you know, in times of financial uncertainty. And so it's probably a net positive for crypto, but obviously something that's alarming for all of us. And I think it's fair to say that we're going to see continual hikes in interest rates.
We talked about this on Friday before the Super Bowl, and then, of course, you know, you watch the game and you see the rollout of all of these advertising for crypto and different platforms where you can trade. Your thoughts on sort of how companies are going about attracting a more mass market to crypto?
Well, it's definitely gone mainstream, and I think the presence in the Super Bowl is clear evidence of it. I really appreciated the Coinbase ad going back to the, you know, sort of pixel video game and with that long commercial. And remember, people are watching the commercials for the Super Bowl.
Oh, sure.
For some people, it's the highlight of the event, and having that pixel just QR code sort of moving around to a classic video game was so tempting that it had an incredible conversion rate. I imagine that it will win major awards for its creativity and being so simple, so brilliant. It actually crashed their site unfortunately.
Yeah, it definitely was very clever. And it's interesting because we've had conversations before about different cities, municipalities using crypto, trying to make it more mainstream, maybe paying their employees that way, or allowing you to use crypto to pay the parking meter, for example, or other city services. You know, how long does it take before we start to see crypto integrated in our lives in a real functional way?
Well, here in the U.S., we're going to see it either in Miami, we're going to see it in New York City, or we'll see it somewhere in Wyoming, because these are the 3 places where government is leaning in and recognizing that it's a net benefit to be part of the future, that they want their cities to be 21st century cities. And so that's where I would be placing my bet. And it's worth noting today that the Senate had a hearing on stablecoins. I think that's the big news in terms of what's happening within the regulatory markets.
Another question for you when it comes to this space. If you're a novice investor and you're looking at some of these prices of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies right now, but you want to get in on a piece of the action, you can only have, you know, a small piece of it. How do you take somebody who's never invested in crypto and say, here's how you can enter the market now?
Well, so I'm going to give you the same advice that I've been giving for many years, which is go out and buy $10, $20, or $100 worth of Bitcoin. That is the first step. That's how you get started. It's not about making a financial investment. It's about investing in yourself, in your own knowing, so that you can make informed decisions for yourself. But that's the process. It's that simple. Then take that $100 and convert half of it into Ethereum or EOS or, you know, whatever cryptocurrency you want to learn about. Go try and buy something on the internet with it. And if you know anyone internationally, send them a transfer. That's the advice that I would give to anyone. Buy a small amount of Bitcoin, convert it into another crypto, buy something on the internet and send some money to someone elsewhere in the world. And that will begin your journey.
That's really practical advice. Brock Pierce, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.